Once there was a girl that was struggling in life, so she went to her father to get advice. Her father at the time was working as a chef. She said to him, "I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what to do. Every time I solve a problem, another would come up. I don't know how to take all the things that's coming at me at once. I'm struggling. I am stressed out. I am overwhelmed." So he says to her, "I want you to follow me to the kitchen." Her father goes to the kitchen and grabs 3 pots the same exact size. He then proceeds and puts the same amount of water in each pot. He then grabs a potato, an egg, and coffee beans, a few coffee beans. And then he places the potato inside the pot, places the egg in the second pot, and places the coffee beans in the third pot. Places all 3 pots on the stove on the same level of heat. And he says to her, "I want you to wait and watch what happens." She says, "Okay." While they're waiting, he proceeds and grabs 3 bowls, the same exact bowl, and places it on the counter. After 20 minutes go by, he goes to the pots, turns off the stove, and takes the potato and places it in the first bowl that he placed on the counter. He then grabs the egg and puts it in the second bowl. He goes to the coffee beans and takes the water that was caused by the coffee beans and puts it inside the third bowl and tells her, "What have you noticed?" She says, "Nothing." He says to her, "I will tell you what happened here. First, we grabbed the potato before the potato faced the heat of the water. And before it was placed inside the water, it went in hard, solid, and tough. When it came out fragile and weak. The egg, however, went in hard from the outside, and from the inside it was so fragile and weak, and once it came out, it was hard from the inside and the outside. And the coffee beans were placed in the water as coffee beans, and once they got mixed with the water, it took the water and created a new item, a new thing. It created coffee. Thing is here, each one of these products was faced with the same exact problem, put in the same exact circumstance. The difference is that the perspective of the problem they face was different. Your perspective in life will determine your destination. In life, you either become a victim or you become a survivor. Just remember that an arrow can only be shot by pulling it backward. When life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you into something great. So just focus and keep aiming. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Just because you are struggling does not mean you are failing. Every great success requires some kind of struggle to get there. So be patient.